Part 2. How to get backlink ideas from your competitors. Analyzing your competitors' backlink profiles can lead to a goldmine of link building opportunities which you wouldn't otherwise be able to discover. But some competitors have tens of thousands of backlinks, so there's no way you can review them all manually. It would take too long. For example, here at Ahrefs, one of the blogs we compete with for search traffic is Brian Dean's backlink.com. We have quite an overlap in the keywords that we're targeting with our articles, so it would make sense for us to learn which websites link to backlink.com so that we could pitch our own content to them. But if we put backlink.com inside Explorer, we'll see that over 11,000 websites are linking to it. That's a lot of backlinks, and we certainly don't have time to manually review all of them. So how on earth do you analyze big backlink profiles of your competitors without going crazy? Well, let me show you 3 great strategies that will help you to quickly make sense of such a large dataset. Strategy number 1. Find their superfans. Let's continue with an example of backlink.com, which is a competitor to Ahrefs blog. Brian Dean has published quite a few amazing articles over the last few years, and I know for sure that he has grown a big army of fans who consistently link to his content. Wouldn't it be cool to know who they are? If someone is so eager to link to the content of your competitor, they might be interested in your content too. So how do you find these superfans? You could try going to referring domains report, filtering by dofollow links only, and then sorting the results by the number of dofollow links from a domain. But because the web is full of trash, you're very likely to see a ton of very strange websites there, which don't look like websites where you would care to be featured. So there's a better way. Go to the best by links report and set HTTP code filter to 200. This will give you a list of the pages on your competitor's website that have generated the most backlinks. Now take up to 10 of these pages and copy-paste them into Ahrefs link intersect tool. Make sure to strip the protocol from each URL and use the prefix setting. This will give better results. Let me do that with 5 of the most linked to articles at backlink.com. After clicking Show Link Opportunities, I get only 66 websites that have linked to all 5 articles of our competitor. If I start exploring those, most of them would likely turn out to be legit websites worth getting a link from. And because they link to not one but all 5 articles on a blog that we're competing with, there should be a very high chance that we can get a link from them too. That's how we went from over 11,000 random websites that link to our competitor to only 66 that are worth our immediate attention. But the fun doesn't end there. Maybe some of these websites have already linked to us. We have a cool setting for that in Link Intersect tool. Just enter your own website there and all sites that already link to you will be excluded from the results. So let's put in Ahrefs.com and see how many websites link to all 5 articles at backlink.com but have never linked to any pages on Ahrefs.com. And there's none, except for ourselves. Which means that all their superfans already know about us. But we're not finished yet. We can go back and change this little setting from all to any. This will expand our results by including websites that link to any 4 of these articles, any 3 of these articles, any 2 of these articles, and even any single one of these articles. Let's see how that looks. And now we get 3,400 results. These sites have linked to articles by our competitor, but have never linked to us, which makes them perfect outreach targets. Clearly there will be some trash here too, but many legit websites can be easily identified just by looking at the domain names alone. bestitpoint.com, ezmarketing.com, ecomtuning.com, futurecontent.co. These 4 look good, and when I open them I can see that they are digital marketing agencies. Each of them has a blog from which they were linking to articles at backlink.com. And because our content overlaps so much, it should not be too hard to connect with these guys and find a way to get featured on their blog. Now 3,400 websites is quite a lot to go through, even if you're just quickly scanning them for good-looking domain names like I just did. But if you look at the intersect column, we'll see that it drops to 1 as early as page number 7. Which means that we have slightly over 300 websites that link to 2 or more articles by our competitor, but have never linked to us. The rest of them only link to a single article, so they're not really superfans. Now 300 is a totally manageable number. You can scan through this amount of websites in less than 1 hour and find quite a few good link opportunities. And then you can take 5 more articles from the blog of your competitor and analyze them with Link Intersect. Then you can do this with some other competitor of yours. Strategy number 2. Find the power linkers. I just showed you how to use Link Intersect tool in Ahrefs to identify superfans who consistently link to articles of your competitor. But there's another cool way to use Link Intersect. You can find websites that link to a few blogs that you're competing with, but they have never linked to your own blog. Sounds good? So let me put 5 well-known blogs in our own industry and see how many websites have linked to all 5 of them, but never linked to Ahrefs.com. and we have over 200 results. Now this is a real gold mine of link building opportunities. All these websites have mentioned content from all 5 of our competitors, but have never linked to us. This has to be fixed. I'm sure if you send a personal outreach email to all 200 site owners and introduce them to Ahrefs' blog, many of them will end up linking to us. I know this for a fact because we regularly reach out to these kinds of sites. And once you're done with all websites in that list, you can repeat this with 5 other blogs that you compete with. Or you can play with any setting to expand the list of results the same way we did when looking for superfans. All in all, with the help of Link Intersect tool in Ahrefs, you should be able to discover a ton of great link opportunities with just a few hours of work. And we have one last competitor research strategy left to discuss. Strategy number 3. Analyze their latest backlinks. While taking action on the previous 2 strategies, you should always pay attention to the date when each of the linking websites was last updated. Chances are, many of the websites who are linking to your competitors probably did so quite a long time ago, but they are not actively updating their websites anymore. While there's still a chance to persuade them to link to you, the likelihood drops rather significantly. So why don't you look at the most recently acquired links of your competitors? In Ahrefs we have a report just for that, and it's called New Backlinks. So let's see who has linked to backlinko.com in the last few days. I usually just skim through a list of backlinks and look for domain names that look good. So here's one cool name that caught my attention: marketingninjas.com. If I do a site search in Google, I will see that they have never mentioned Ahrefs on their website. I can also go to the referring domains report for Ahrefs.com and look for marketingninjas.com among them to verify that they have never linked to our website. And they haven't. So that's the kind of a link opportunity that I was looking for. By browsing their website, I can see that it's yet another marketing agency which has an active blog. So all we need to do is reach out to them and pitch them some of our own content. If they enjoy articles from backlinko.com, I have no doubts that we'll be able to impress them with our own blog, and they might link to some of our articles later on. So that's how you mine great link opportunities, by researching who links to your competitors. In just a few hours of browsing their latest backlinks, you can find enough opportunities to keep you busy for weeks ahead. Here's one last tip. With Ahrefs you can actually receive email alerts every time your competitors get new backlinks. Just go to Alerts section of Ahrefs, the Backlinks tab, and click New Alert. But most likely your competitors are getting hundreds of new backlinks to their blog every week, or even every day. So if you set up a backlink alert for their entire website or even their entire blog, you will quickly get overwhelmed with the amount of backlinks that Ahrefs will be sending via email. What I suggest you do instead is set up alerts for a bunch of individual articles from their blog that you care about the most. For example, this could be the articles that are currently outranking your own ones in Google search results. This way you're only going to receive email alerts with new backlinks pointing directly at these few articles, which would make these email reports very insightful and actionable. Go try it with a few best articles of your competitors and see how it works.